Growing up, every child has his or her idea of a superhero, whether it be a parent or a firefighter or a doctor or an actual caped hero. But mine wore khakis and a polo shirt. Since the job of the athletic trainer is often overlooked by everyone except athletes, I decided to do my speech on David Mocklin, my high school athletic trainer. Because of his constant presence in my life, I've been able to compete at the collegiate level, which many people will never be able to say. David Mocklin has seen me through the diagnosis and rehabilitation of countless injuries, all while instilling with me the love of medicine, which has caused me to pursue a medical career in order to continue to help others. Because of David's care, I became the student athlete that I am today. No one, especially no athlete, ever wants to be told that they're hurt and has to go see a doctor or a trainer, and I was no exception. David Mocklin quickly learned that I'm stubborn, and I never actually believed that I was hurt. But he used this in order to push me to rehab faster so I can stay on the court. After injuring my shoulder my junior year of high school, I probably should not have finished out that season on the court. But because of the perseverance of me and David Mocklin and the rehabilitation where he came to school in between classes and practices and games in order to keep me healthy and keep me rehabbing it so I could play, I got to stay. Most trainers would have kept me sidelined, but Mr. Mocklin put in countless hours to make sure that that was not the case for me. He set up multiple doctor's appointments and physical therapy visits where he came with me so we could stay on top of it. By fighting to keep me on the court, David Mocklin helped us win a state championship that year, which is history in the making. Now, as a collegiate athlete, I still have the opportunity to call up Mr. Mocklin whenever I have an injury or a question, for once one of his athletes means you're always one of his athletes. The kindness and care that David Mocklin provided me with over the years has helped me in more ways than just my career, though. Every injury I sustained throughout my 5-year varsity career at Mount Carmel Academy, David Mocklin has not only healed me with, but he's also taught me through. Always a curious athlete, I always wanted to know how to prevent and treat the injuries in order to keep it from happening again. I asked countless questions, and although he got a little annoyed with me at times, David always taught me about each and every single injury. Once I had learned enough through him and watched him tape enough, I got to even help out in the training room for the middle school tournaments as we went on. Through his teaching, I figured out that I want to be a pediatrician so that I can continue to help and guide the young athletes and the young children that come in and instill in them the love of medicine that Mr. Mocklin instilled in me. In conclusion, I hope to have shown just a sliver of what David Mocklin means to me. Although overlooked quite often, the job of the athletic trainer is insurmountable to athletes, and I would definitely not be where I am today without David Mocklin in my corner. He diagnosed and rehabbed so many of my injuries, and most importantly, my severe shoulder injury my junior year, while also teaching me all of the ins and outs of medicine enough to spike my interest. Because he kept me safe and pain-free, my hero wears khakis and an invisible cape. Thank you.